प्यारे बच्चों, लेसन थर्ड द पार्लियामेंट्री गवर्नमेंट आपका सिविक्स से पढ़ा रहे थे, जिसमें आपको इम्पॉर्टेंट टर्म्स पढ़ने को और लिखने को दिए थे। आज उसी के आगे हम पढ़ा रहे हैं द पार्लियामेंट गवर्नमेंट। द पार्लियामेंट्री गवर्नमेंट, व्हाट इज द पार्लियामेंट्री गवर्नमेंट? नाउ यू सी, in our country the legislature is the supreme body that frame the laws. The executive implements these laws and the judiciary interprets the laws. The legislature is called the parliament. On the basis of relations between the executive and legislature, the governments may be of two kinds, parliamentary and presidential. The former originated in England and is practiced in most of the countries, whereas presidential form of government originated in USA. Parliamentary government is also called cabinet government or responsible government. In this system, the executive is responsible to the parliament for its work and exercise of authority, and the ministers who exercise the executive power are taken from the parliament. Reason for opting for the parliamentary system of government in India. India adopted parliamentary form of government that was established in phase during the British rule on the demand of Indian people. After independence, the same system was adopted because we were familiar with the system and it was successful in India. This form of government is better suited for India because of the following merits. It is the responsible government. It is responsible to the legislature, and through the legislature to the people. The government acts for the welfare of the people. Second, it is flexible and it changes according to time. Changes in the cabinet take place often. Parliament can change the ministry of it does not work according to its wishes. Third, in this system, there is a close relationship between the executive and the legislature. Most of the bill for legislation are introduced in the parliament by the ministers. There is harmonious cooperation between the executive and legislature in this form of government, which ensure efficiency. Fifth, it was always responsive to the public opinion. If the cabinet acts against public opinion, it has to face a downfall. Sixth number, such a form of government recognize the opposition, which always ready to criticize the government when it try to go to the wrong way. Organ of the Indian government. India has government comprising of the following three organs. First, the legislature. Second, the executive. Third, the judiciary. The legislature organ makes law in India. This is done by parliament at the center and the state legislature in the states. Executive. This organ implements the law. The president, the prime minister, and the council of the minister from the executive at the center. The governor, the chief minister, and the council of ministers comprise the executive in the states. Third, This organ settles disputes and administers justice. In India, the Supreme Court is the High Court and the lower court form of the judiciary. Now, Parliament. As India is a federation of states, it has double set of government, union government and state government. Union has its own legislature called Parliament. All legislative powers of the Union are exercised by Parliament, which consists of two houses and the President. Indian legislature is the bicameral legislature. Parliament is two houses are the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha Lok Sabha is the lower house of the Parliament. It is the representative body of the people. There may be up to 550 members in the Lok Sabha. Out of these, 530 members are directly elected from the state, while 20 members represent the union territories. The President may nominate two members from the Anglo-Indian community. At present, there are 545 members in the Lok Sabha. The term of the Lok Sabha is 5 years, but it may be dissolved by the President earlier. During an emergency, its terms may be extended for a period of 6 months at a time, subject to a maximum of 3 years. The seats in the Lok Sabha are allotted to the state and the union territories on the basis of their respective population. Qualification of the candidate for the Lok Sabha. To contest the Lok Sabha election, a candidate must fulfill the following qualification. He should be a citizen of India. He should have acquired 25 years of age. इसमें बुक्स में 21 दिया है, 21 करेक्शन कर लें, यहाँ पर 25 years age. Third, he should not be proclaimed criminal, insolvent or mentally unsound. Fourth, he should not hold any government job at the time of seeking an election. He should have this name is the electoral rules in any part of the country. A person can contest election to the Lok Sabha from more than one constituency. However, he cannot be member of both House of Parliament at the same time, nor can be member of Parliament and the legislature simultaneously. Election. General election to the Lok Sabha are held at least once every 5 years. The Election Commission conducts these elections. For the purpose of election, the country is divided into electoral units called the constituencies. Each constituency is based on population ranging from 5 lakh to 7.5 lakh. Voting is done by the secret ballot paper. A voter must be an adult citizen of India. The provisions of symbols help illiterate voters to identify the candidates. Nowadays, voting is done by a voting machine containing the name of the candidates along with their symbol. The voter has to press the button of the name of the candidates of his choice. Speaker. After election, the member of Lok Sabha elect from among themselves the presiding officer or speaker of the Lok Sabha. The speaker is generally from of the ruling party, but once elected as the speaker, he has to act impartially In this absence, the deputy speaker conducts the proceeding of the House. The deputy speaker generally belongs to the opposition party. Function of the speakers. The speaker performs several important functions mentioned as under. First, the presides over the meeting of the Lok Sabha and maintains discipline in the House. Second, he allows time to the member to speak in the House. He can adjourn the meeting of the Lok Sabha. Resolution or bills can be moved only with his permission. He called for vote on bills as well as on the other motion. He presides over joining session of both the houses. He decided whether a particular bill is money bill or not. He can suspend a member from the House for misconduct. He appoints various parliamentary committees and guides them in their work. He safeguards the privilege of the members of the House. He can adjourn the House if it lacks a quorum. It means that he cannot conduct business unless 1/10 of the members are present. He allows or disallows a member to put a question during the question hour. He admits various motion for adjournment or non-confidence motion. etc. He has a casting vote in case of deadlock. Now again, next day, Rajya Sabha. Thanks.